Kim Kardashian has definitely been accused of cultural appropriation. She has literally changed her entire aesthetic to fit a black woman. One of the most obvious ways is when she started wearing cornrows, which is a black cultural style. So when she wore it, people thought that this was the most trendy style they had ever seen. She started being seen as the creator of that hairstyle. It's really not fair because black women have historically been called ghetto for having cornrows, as that is one of the staple styles in our culture.
Now, Kim Kardashian is part Armenian. Is it okay for her to wear cornrows?
I personally think that it depends on what boundaries that culture has set. So I can speak for Black culture. The reason why, some of us are offended and have problems with white women wearing braids is because it's documented. Black women are getting fired from their jobs for wearing braids. We are called ghetto. We are not seen as professional with our natural cultural hairstyles that are part of Black culture. And then when white women wear them, they are glorified, praised, and even sometimes have the credit attributed to them. So that discrepancy is where the issue comes into play.
If I could respond to that, I think you can speak for yourself as an individual as far as whether or not you are offended by something, but you can't speak on behalf of the entire Black culture. There are plenty of Black people who watched what Kim Kardashian did and thought the braids looked absolutely fine. And again, I do think imitating is flattery. She didn't step up and say that she's invented the hairstyle. If people attribute that to her, that's something that you do on an individual basis.
I feel like it's important to understand the difference between imitating and actually appropriating. So imitating is like, you like my nails, you go do it, you copy it. Imitating. You like my shoes, buy the same shoes. Sure. Appropriating is when you are copying something of a culture that is not yours, and it's inappropriate. You are disrespecting the boundary that culture has set.
If I copied your shoes tomorrow because I like them, would that not be appropriation?
I have not set a boundary against you about the shoes I wear. I don't face discrimination or racism because of the shoes that I wear.
So if I, as a biracial, half-Black woman, go to Kim Kardashian and say, you know what, that's not a boundary that I've set for you. You may wear cornrows. And I am essentially a Black person who has told her I don't have that boundary. Is it then wrong for her to wear the braids the next day?
That comes into play. If you do that, you're going to ignore there's countless documentation of a lot of Black women being discriminated and experiencing racism because of braids. So by doing that, you're kind of just dismissing and ignoring the Black women that are struggling with this issue, especially because you have to think, Kim Kardashian has an extremely large platform. Mm-hmm. So what she does, her fans see as law and see as she can do no wrong. So if she is seen as something as being that it's okay, they're going to copy her, which will.
What do the rest of y'all think? You guys wait. Go ahead.
I think the existence of a double standard that is unfairly being applied to Black women about their hairstyles doesn't necessitate that Kim Kardashian, we need a rule that she's not allowed, that all white women are not allowed to wear this hairstyle. Like Amala said, another Black woman could not be offended by that, and who gets to be the one whose rules are applied to all of society.
Because you know firsthand what it's like to be called out, threatened, and abused online for appropriating another culture. What happened?
It was my prom, and I went to a vintage thrift shop. I found a whole entire aisle of cheap out dresses, which was the name of the dress that I had worn. There were all different colors and styles, and I found one that had fit me well. I thought it was beautiful, and I bought it. And I wore it to my prom. I posted about it on Twitter, and I immediately received backlash following a specific comment saying that my culture is not your prom dress.
So you got backlash for
wearing the dress, yes.
And it said that you were appropriating a culture?
Yes.
And you actually got death threats?
I did. I got called all sorts of names. I got death threats. I got people threatening to send things to my high school. It was scary.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.